even though it's not cold over in Idaho right now, but Ambar, ¿cómo estás? Ouch, 100 in Cali. It was 80 in here in Boise. Yeah, see, like I get it. It's like a good temperature over there in Idaho right now, but I still wouldn't leave regardless. I like it too much out here. Way more to do out here, to be honest. Like that's what I really like about, like, there's a lot to do. Make more content. It was 113 here in Surprise. Oh, and yeah, before I forget, also, if you guys are in the Arizona area, if you guys want to come celebrate my B-Day with me, we're going to be at Westgate, Salt at Westgate. I'm going to be hanging out there. So I'm going to be showing up about 10 o'clock. So if you guys are in the area, again, it's in Phoenix, Westgate, Salt. It's like Salt, tequila, and tacos. So if you guys are in the area, definitely stop by. Your boy going to be hanging out there. Isn't your B-Day coming up sometime soon? Cancer season? Yes, it is, Ali. I just saw that you put that. I love the AC. Yes, AC comes in clutch right now. B-Day, ¿cómo estás? How are you doing? But we're gonna get into the questions. Okay, so like I've said before, if I don't, let me take this off because I have to turn off the music because IG gives me freaking what's it called, copyright strikes. So if I don't answer your comment, I'm not trying to ignore you. Let's get ready together more. I love it. Oh, also, if you haven't watched my Get Ready With Me video, definitely. I did those a while back ago. I should start doing a lot more. Like, I did only a couple of them, and people kept asking me for more, so maybe I'll do some more. Maybe that will be, no, I can't. I was going to say something. I was like, maybe it'll be my something. What the fuck? More skits. I'll do more stuff for you guys. Like, I have fun making those, and trust me, they're a lot of fun. They're a lot of fun. So I'll definitely make more for you guys. If you haven't checked it out, yeah, I had the blonde hair during that time. So who knows? I might dye it again. You never know. Watching you has made my marriage so much better. Hey, shout out to Rebecca. That's what we do here. We're here. Yes, we talk about spicy stuff, intimate stuff, have fun, joke around. But at the end of the day, like, I like it when the content is actually helping people. You know, it's helping them in like good and bad ways. And the reason I say good and bad ways is like, it's either good. I mean, they're both good. You realize that you and your partner shouldn't be together anymore, and you finally build the courage to leave, or it fixes, you know, like you guys start to begin to fix your guys' relationship. So, because I always get messages like that too. So Rebecca, thank you for sharing that. Hopefully other people can also, you know, it helps a lot of people. I get the messages all the time, but I think people get tired of me sharing them on the stories. So I share them every now and then. But definitely, if we can help people, that's what we're here for. Okay, that's what we're here for. So, all right, let me just make sure everything's recording. All right, let's get into the first the question. How many do I have? That's pretty handful right there. All right, let's get into this. When my realtor, red flag, leave. Oh no, I'm just joking. When my realtor sold me my house, I was flirting with him hard. Didn't think he liked me. He messaged me time to time. This time he expressed feelings. He comes over, we talk, make out, even licks my nipples. But he slows me down and says, wasn't prepared. Tomorrow texts me his pants are wet, then he ghosts me. Oh, are you sure he wasn't married? You know what I mean? Like, because if he went and did all that and then he just ghosted you, like in the beginning, I would have got it. Like, hey, he didn't want to come and like mess around with you or like flirt with you back because he's like, I'm trying to be professional here. I'm not trying to flirt with you. But hey, you never know. Like, but that's just weird. Like, you guys literally showed up, or he showed up. You guys made out a little bit, swap spit. And then all of a sudden he just licked your nipples a little bit and he was like, all right, cool, I'm good. And then dips out. Like, I'm sure you were going to let him go the whole way. Like, if he was there already doing that, I'm pretty sure he could have hit a home run, you know, got to first or second base. And then it sounds like he was married. That's what the vibes I was getting, that he's either married, if not married, in a relationship, because licked the nipples. He was like, oh, fuck, these aren't my wife's nipples. And then like left, right? Because for the most part, they would have went through with it. Like, I don't see why. He already made it that far to go and lick your nipples, I guess. So I guess you got your nipples licked in a makeout session. You know what I mean? All right, next question. Just got out of an 18-year relationship. Long story short, my ex-husband cheated throughout all the relationship. The last straw was when he cheated emotionally and sexually with his coworker. He claims he regrets his infidelities, but how can someone continue to cheat at every opportunity? He's going to tell you that the reason he keeps doing it is because you keep forgiving him. You keep letting him, like, all right, that's fine. Oh, it's fine. Oh, it's fine. Like, he keeps cheating over and over and over. Like, what do you expect? If he cheats and he gets away with it, what do you expect? So that's why I always talk about it. Like, if it would have happened the first time for me, that's it. We're over. We're done with. I'm not gonna pursue anything, because what if you run into that? You know, now they're just cheating again, and not even that. In your head, you're gonna be like, it messes with you mentally. Is he still talking to somebody? Does he love him? Does he even love me? Like this and that. Like, it's a horrible thing to go through. And I always say I would rather go through a heartbreak than to deal with that shadiness, you know, like that feeling in your stomach, that sick feeling, like, are they cheating? Like, what are they doing? Are they being shady? No, I would rather go through a heartbreak than deal with that shit. So, exactly like Ohana says, you got to know your worth. And I would have dipped out after the first one. Some people want to give them the benefit of the doubt and like give them a second chance. I get it, depending on your situation, but it didn't pay off. And also, it reminds me, if you guys subscribe to the IG subscription thing, I also posted it over on TikTok too. Like, it's constant cheating, you know what I mean? Like, she kept forgiving him, and you know, like, she was with him for, I think, 4 or 5 years, and just constantly cheating, like actually catching him cheating and stuff. So I would not want to live through that. So again, you cheat on me one time, my ass is out. All right, next question. Is blue balls a real thing? All my exes swore by it, but my new friends with benefit says he never had that and he's okay with it. Blue balls is so, ladies, I'm gonna explain it to you as best as I can. You know, say you're hooking up with a guy, everything's going great, right? He's touching you, he's doing this, he's doing that, and then like you're feeling great, you're like, this is gonna be amazing. He slides it in and he finishes. And then you're just like all turned on there and like, what the fuck happened here? Like, you didn't even get yours. So it's kind of similar with guys that like, hey, like they're ready to go, and then you're like, no. And then they're like, what? So it's like a similar situation. I think that's how it would feel. Like you didn't even get yours. Like, you went through all that, the makeout session, the touching each other, foreplaying, and then it just didn't finish, right? So it's like similar like that. Like, you didn't even get yours and you're just like, what the fuck? So it's same with the guys. Like, obviously you didn't get to the point of sliding it in, but you didn't let them. And so now they feel like they're all turned on, but they know they're not gonna get any. Rosario says blue pussy. So it's more than just a term for you're feeling unsatisfied. What's that? Like, you're extremely turned on and then you didn't get anything. So you're turned on, right? Knock on his forehead and wake his butt up again. So, I mean, it's because it's hard to explain. And I think that's the best way I could tell you guys is, it's like when you didn't get yours. Like, you guys did everything else, make out, a little bit of foreplay, and then all of a sudden, not even foreplay, right? And then he goes to slide it in, you're like, hell yeah, this is gonna be it. Like, this, he said he was gonna tear it down, and then he just busts. I'm pushing his head down on me. Hey, that's what I'm saying, the worst. But blue balls is a real thing because it's happened. You know, and there's nothing you can do about it. Like, there's literally nothing you can do about it. And you're just like, fuck. And then guess what you got to do? You got to go, you got to visit back on Manuela, be like, hey, I said I wasn't going to use you today, but she didn't give me any. So what's up, girl? You know? All right, next question. Why do guys like to be called daddy? Probably because they didn't have one. I'm just joking. It's just a turns them on. I like it. So what? Like, it turns me on. Some guys don't like it. Some guys want to be called some other stuff, but it's more of a turn on thing. It's not like somebody sent me a message when I made a video and they were like, oh, it's because they grew up without like a dad. Nah. I mean, that can be a thing too. Like the whole like daddy issues and stuff like that. Because I don't think I've ever said this. I don't know if I should say it. Maybe I'll get in trouble. I don't care. So when my long relationship here, story time. My long relationship, the 7.5 year one, right? That's when I first got asked to foreplay. Like, she asked me to, and she wanted us to play like she was the daughter and I was the dad, which was really weird to me, right? Like, I couldn't do it. To be 100% honest, I could not do it. Like, it started and I was just like, yeah, this is a no for me, dog. It didn't go anywhere. But then also, she did have her dad issues, you know what I mean? So like, it could be that. So that's what I'm saying, like, it could be that. But for me, it's not like for some reason, like, I need to be called dad. See, here's the thing. It's my liquid kids coming over to you. So technically, in a way, I'm like a liquid kid daddy. Like, so you can call me liquid daddy or something like that. I don't know, whatever you want. So technically, it's fair game, right? But yeah, that shit was weird. That's why, like, I never could do that. But there's even worse things that not that I've done. Okay, not that I've done, but other people have done and like sent to me. There's like some guys, some weird requests from some guys. You know what I mean? Like, on the cheating video that I posted, that little on the subscription, you know how I posted a teaser? Like, the dude liked to get things put in his booty. Like, you know what I mean? What would she say? No, she was cool with it because it was just something like we were gonna try, right? But she instantly went to that, and now I'm like, that's kind of like, you know, later on when you're like, kind of weird, dog, you know? Poppy sounds more sexy to me. Hey, whatever you want to call me, either one, I'm cool with it. You know, just don't say some weird shit either. There was someone said when I was doing the series of the I smashed and I didn't go back, some people called it like a roost or something, you know, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, don't say some weird shit. But yeah, that whole foreplay thing to me was weird. That's why I can't do it, because some of the scenarios some of y'all be doing are crazy. You know, like, even if you like these online videos, it's like the plumber shows up to the stepsister's house. Like, what the fuck? Like, my brother's sister, stepsister. Like, what the fuck? Like, what is going on with that? I've never understood that. If I saw anything that said stepsister, I was like, yeah, that's a no for me, dog. Like, stepsister? Like, I'm not trying to do stepsister or anything like that. That, like, some of these titles just be weird as fuck. And I think that's why people start getting like this like fantasy in their head. All right, next question. Hate that I'm shy. I want to lick him from his lips to his nipples to his D. But like, what if he thinks I'm weird? Girl, just go for it. Just go for it. Like, you never know. What if he loves it? What if he's like, oh damn, what is going on here? I kind of like this. You know what I mean? Just go for it. Like, if you want to try something like that, that's totally fine to try it. Now, if you're gonna slide something in him, you might want to ask him beforehand on that one, or something different. Like, if you're gonna tie him up, you're gonna hit him with something, maybe a little bit, hey, like, you like to use this stuff, but licking the nipples, the D, like kissing them all over, there's nothing wrong with that. That's a little bit of foreplay right there. And then you're gonna learn if he's ticklish, because like Allison said, my man is too ticklish for that. Do men like getting their nipples licked? I've never asked somebody to do it, but it feels good. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that shit feel. I don't ask for it, but she does it, so I'm just like, hell yeah. I'm here for it. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's, you never know, because I was never like, get them nipples, girl. You know what I mean? I gotta get that protein in. I didn't get all my protein in today. I love the best friend was always willing to try everything and anything. See, and that's the cool part, is like when you find somebody to try stuff with, right? If they're like, hey, let's try this. Hey, let's try this. That's somebody fun right there, because it's not gonna get boring that fast. You're gonna be able to try different stuff, different toys, different restraints. And if you haven't gotten any, definitely go to naughtyscience.com. Definitely got some stuff over there for you. You won't be disappointed. But the partners that like to experience different things are fire. Bro, from Denver, love your lives. I let a girl go down low key. I loved it. Had all my toes and all crazy. Oh, let a girl go down and low key. I loved it. Hold on. L40. No judgment. But when you say went down, are you talking about like went down or like went down? You know what I'm talking about. The other, oh shit, shout out to 040. That's what I'm saying. Hey, shout out to 040. No shame in his game. He came in here and he was like, guess what? She licked the booty and I loved it. He's like, my toes were throwing up gang signs. See, that's what we're here for. Hey, hold on. L40, this one's for you. My man's a freak. And I love it. I love that he tried it. You know what I mean? I've always said it's not for me. It's not my thing. But L40 came in here. He's like, it was my first time. He came in here. He let a girl go down. He said his toes were throwing up gang signs, like how crazy it felt. Shout out to him. Like, not a lot of guys would have that type of confidence to come in here in a chat with a bunch of other girls and guys and say, yo, I let her eat my booty and it felt fabulous. So I appreciate you that. See, we need more guys like him, because I know there's freaky guys out there. So nothing in but the tongue. Yes, see, there you go. See, I love it for you, man. Is it true that the wetter a girl gets is less guy has? What? Is it true that the wetter a girl is, the less feeling a guy has? Well, it depends on the size of the guy, because if there's less and less friction, or like, you know, they're not going to feel it. But you know what happens? All you got to do is slide it out real quick. Use your hand. Clean it off a little bit. And vámonos, otra vez. You know what I mean? Like, that's all you got to do. So it's not that difficult, you know, like, because some girls get really wet and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm never like, hey, like, you want to turn it down a notch, you know, because it's a little too much. No, like, if it does, just pull it out and then just clean it off a little bit and keep going. And guess what? You got some more grip action. So so that's all you got to do. Had me going local for sure. Hey, I appreciate that though. Like, for real, a guy actually coming in here and admitting he got his booty and he loved it. See, that's what I'm saying. He did it. He liked it. I love it for him. And if you liked it, bro, then continue to do it. Just because I say I don't like it. Like, for example, I remember when my like, some people would ask me, hey, do you like this? And I'd be like, no. And they'd be like, oh, okay. I'd be like, just because I don't like it doesn't mean you don't have to like it. If you like it, then cool, do it, get it, you know? So I love that for you. Next question. Thoughts on wanting princess treatment? Thoughts on guys wanting princess treatment and wanting to be chased? Nah. Nope. Do you really, is that what you want? You know, do you want a guy that you have to chase, that you have to give him the princess treatment? That's definitely like, to me, that's not manly. You know what I mean? Like, a guy is supposed to court you. Of course, effort should be from both people. A guy should be putting effort and a girl should be putting effort, just so the guy knows that you're interested in him. You know, so yeah, I agree with that. But chasing the other person, giving them the princess treatment, do you put your hand on their lap? Like when you guys are driving? Hell no. And then Cakes, she's like, I don't even chase my liquor, and you're over here chasing men. No, absolutely not. All right, hold on. I just saw this one. I need a man's perspective on a situation I ran into, and now I'm overthinking. What's up, Renee? I'll give you a little bit of time to ask. treating men like pussies is a turn off. Yeah, didn't know my sneaky link wanted to be exclusive to each other. What are the rules for that? Which is fine. Like being exclusive to one sneaky link is safer for everybody around, right? Less likely to get some sort of STD, like any type of disease like that. You know what I mean? Like if you're exclusive, you're less likely to get that, because if it's just you, both of you guys, you know, I would say hell yeah, nothing wrong with that. We want men, not princesses. Hey, long time no see. What's up, baby girl Sanchez? ¿Cómo estás? What are some of your fetishes? I mean, to me, I think fetishes and kinks are kind of the same thing. But to me, like, I like to tie girls up, like not in a bad way, but restraint, and then completely like have my way with them. You know what I mean? Like the whole tie their hands, blindfold them, the what's it called? The tie their feet, you know, and stuff like that. Like that's what I'm into. But everybody's different. All right. Let me see. Well, I didn't know that I told him I saw someone else and he crashed out. Oof, command me. I'm telling you, that's my thing. Hold on, I'm waiting for Renee to ask her question. You gonna ask it or no? Or I'm gonna move on. I'm not trying to rush you, but we got some questions to answer here. Is it really bad if you're not a full goat throat? It's you mean throat goat? Oh wait, hold on. There it is. He then fully gets. Hold on. What was the first part? Renee, I didn't see the first part. I only see that needs a man's perspective. He then fully gets dressed and lays back down. I asked him several times to lay in his boxers, and he got defense. I sent one before. I think it filtered it out because I don't see it. If you said a swear word, or like if you added like the D word or the girl's cat, it's probably not gonna show up because TikTok filters it out. So I don't see what Renee. I didn't see what the first part was, unless somebody else saw it, because I didn't see it. I scrolled back up and it said defense and acted weird, so I left. Dang. Okay. Matter of fact, send me a DM and then we'll try to answer it that way. Like I'll screenshot it and then I'll give you my perspective. That way we can keep going. But don't worry, we gonna get to it. What's your soft spot when it comes to women asking for me? I mean a friend. Soft spot? I don't know. I don't think like I don't know what she means by that. Like a soft spot, like oh well, yeah. I like girls who have like nice smiles. Like I've said it before. That's more of like, hey, now I'm interested. What's up, girl? That's just me. Are they always the best? No, meaning like sometimes they be toxic as fuck. But it happens. But soft spot. I mean, what are some of your guys' soft spots so I can get like remember, always communicate what you want. What are some of your guys' soft spots so I can kind of gauge what you guys are talking about? Because soft spot, like, it makes me weak, smiles, and I don't know. I think that would be it. See, I think Renee, I think it's filtering your comment or your comment out again, because it says some comments in this live were filtered to protect the community's experience. So. A nice smile, smells good. Oh, smells good is another plus. Hey there, what's up, Jesse? ¿Cómo estás? Lourdes with the gifts. I see you, girl. She's over here trying to get her cheeks clapped. I see you, girl. All right, hold on. Bad boy. All right, hold on. Let's get into the next one. So we've been talking and hanging out for almost 6 months. He tells everyone I can't claim him because he has never officially asked me to be his girl. Am I wrong to put that line there? And is it old-fashioned to expect him to do this? Even though to his family, I'm his girl. So I've been talking to and hanging out for almost 6 months. He tells me everyone I'm his girl. I was actually going to make a video about this. It doesn't matter what age you are. You guys need to make it clear we're boyfriend and girlfriend. It don't matter what age, because with just assuming can lead to bad things. Meaning, like, if you guys just assume that you guys are in a relationship and he hooks up with somebody else, he gonna hit you with the, we're not together. Like, I don't know why you're getting upset, you know? Or he's telling other people, hey, I'm not in a relationship, when technically he kind of is. You're thinking he is. So, because a lot of people were like, is it a thing that people even ask anymore? Yes, absolutely. You need to ask. Or not. It doesn't have to be like when you're in high school or anything like that. But you guys need to clearly what you guys are. Like, title, hey, we're dating. We're exclusive. Boyfriend, girlfriend. Cool. And that's all it's got to be, because now you know. Instead of just assuming, because when you assume, that's what they think. And then also you said the family thinks that you're his girl. Well, usually if you bring a girl over, they automatically assume that's your girl. You know, because they'll be like, oh, like say I bring a girl, they'll be like, oh, that's his girl because he brought her, right? So they'll automatically assume that, even though there's no official title. But I would not, like, don't just assume, because if you just assume, it could bite you in the ass. So I'll just tell you that. What's up, man? What's up, Ghost? ¿Cómo están? Same with my friends with benefits. Tells everyone we are together, but to me, he's single. See? Making those clear, hey, this is what we are. He's got to ask, you want to go around me? Then we're together. Yeah, absolutely. Like, I can't stress it enough, not being clear on that. Because there's a lot of people who are not clear. You're his girl with close ones and family, but in public, you're his secret, no offense. I mean, that's usually typically what happens. Like, if he goes out with his boys, he's single. If he goes out and talks to another girl, he's single. But if he bring people around you, they're like, oh, that's his girl, because you've always been around him. So I'm his wife and I'm still questioning, show me. See, Savannah, she still questions it. Mari, ¿cómo estás? How are you? Oh, and he tells me I better not be flirting with anyone. Oh, sounds like he's catching feelings, Cindy. Just saying. All right, next question. I'm 31, and a few weeks ago, I went out and a 24-year-old approached me and persistent, and we talked. We vibed and danced. We had a good time. We ended up hooking up that night and the whole weekend after that, and the following as well. Then he just changed and cut it off. Were we texting? We were texting too. Why is that? My man bagged himself an older woman. Got it. Dipped out. That's why you got to be careful. You got to be careful with the younger fellas, because they're out there to have fun. I'm not saying don't do it. The younger guys are cool. They're great. But you have to remember what you were doing at that age. You know, were you there to be serious with somebody, or were you just hanging out with people? Because if you guys met and hooked up on the first night, you know, what made you think that was his, you were his cinnamon apple, huh? What made you think that? Because he made you feel all great and dandy that night, and then he took you, clapped some cheeks, clapped him the following weekend. You're like, this is my man, I'm going to get married. No. Some people are saying he was married, got back with his girlfriend. Happens with all women too. She don't cuss him out for not calling me. I'm thinking he was either he got what he wanted, or he was in a relationship and he just dipped out because he just left. And that's why, again, I always say, there's people who ask me all the time, should we hook up on the first date? And I always say, at the end of the day, you're an adult. You can do whatever you want. But you're also running the risk of that person only being there to hook up and then he dips out. Or you catch something, or you end up getting pregnant. Acting like that has never happened. Because you guys know, there's been plenty of one night stands where people get pregnant, right? So that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't put it past anybody. So at the end of the day, you're an adult, and that's what happened. You took the risk. It didn't work out. And especially with a younger fella, you know, probably testosterone's through the roof right now at the moment. And so he's just like, oh, dang, I'm going to get myself a little 34-year-old baddie. So slept with the guy on the second date, and now he's my husband of 6 years. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's nothing wrong with doing it, because you can do it and it can turn out great. But there's also that other side where that's what they were there for. They got what they wanted and they dipped out. So, and unfortunately, that's what happened. All right, hold on. All right, all right, next question. I don't know what to do with my friends with benefits. He says he doesn't want a relationship, but when we hang out, we act like we are, and we're the only ones that matter. He's even been asking for dirty pics. It's so confusing because I do like him, but I don't know if the feeling is mutual or if I'm strictly his friends with benefits. Pay attention to what he's saying, girl. Just because, I mean, when you guys are together, I'm sure that's his like one of his love languages. He likes to act like that. He likes to act like you guys are boyfriend and girlfriend. Maybe he's lonely, and so he acts that way. So, but if he's telling you that he's not looking for a relationship, he doesn't put you in a relationship. It kind of sounds like you may be getting some sort of feelings towards him because you're like, why is he acting like this? But won't go all the way. That's why they, like, if they start doing that. That's why you got to dip out. And again, friends with benefits or sneaky links, you're not supposed to go out on dates. You're not supposed to be hanging out. You're there just to hook up and then that's it. But you let them do all this other stuff. Like basically you guys are like kind of dating but not dating in a situationship and hooking up at the same time. So that's why like if it's a friends with benefits or a sneaky link, that's all it should be. Unless you're trying to date this person. Because then that starts to happen. Oh, he takes me out, he does this, but then he doesn't want a relationship. You shouldn't let him do all that, because now it just messes with you, and now you're not able to find your person because you're dealing with this guy that's confusing the shit out of you, if that makes sense, right? So, yeah, I wouldn't want to be in a friends with benefits or a sneaky link situation with somebody and going on dates and hanging out and stuff like that. Nah. You're there just to hook up and then that's it. That's what it is. People do a little extra stuff. Renee says, I sent a message. I'm gonna have to check it out later because I'd have to exit out and end the live just to look at it. I've been in a relationship with my middle school sweetheart. Recently, I had S with one of my coworkers and him. No soy celosa, lol. But now the only thing that makes me want to is the thought of him effing her doggy style while she's eating me out. Is that wrong? No. Absolutely not. But that's the thing about like hooking up with adding another person, because now you just added this and now that's what's getting you going. That's the problem about adding other people is now you open that door, you got a taste of that, and now guess what? You're going to want that again and again and again. But if you guys are comfortable doing that stuff, there's nothing wrong. But you definitely are So there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? Like if you guys love it, then go for it. But again, that's why I'm saying like when people, I'm thinking about cheating, I'm telling you right now that stepping out, tasting it, it's gonna be really hard to close that door again, because once you taste something else, now it's hard to go back. And now you tasted that, hooking up like all. But anyways, if you guys love it, then keep doing it. My dirty little kink is that I love to think of my husband effing big culona girls and me sucking on their titties while he's effing them. Sheesh. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, if you guys love it, then go for it. There's nothing wrong with that. Because there's people who, again, guys and girls, there's guys who like to see their girl get destroyed by another guy, and there's nothing wrong with that. If that's what they're into, that's what they're into. And then there's also other girls that like their man to be doing stuff to another girl because it turns them on. Because there is the whole. I think I talked about it on here a while back ago. There was a married couple who reached out to me, and they wanted. I found out later on that they wanted me as the bull. I didn't know what that was at the time, because they're like, "Oh, they wanted you as the bull." I was like, "What the fuck is that?" They're like, "Hey, my husband asked if like you would be cool to like obviously have a little thing with him," and I was like, "What? Your husband?" And I thought the whole thing was like a lie, right? But then even like she showed me the conversation and stuff. I was like, I don't know. I don't feel comfortable like that, because I've always said it before. Like having another dude is a no for me. And then on top of that, the husband. Am I getting set up here? And then she said, yes, because I was asking questions, right? She said that he wasn't gonna be involved. He just wanted to be off to the side while her and I did our thing. And I was like, that is so weird. All I pictured in my head was this dude in the corner. Like you can just see his legs sitting down somewhere, just shadow. And then just like he has this thing out, he's just like rubbing it while like I'm doing his girl, right? And that's why I'm like, hell no, because I would be scared. What if I spanked her a little too hard, he gets upset? Or what if I'm doing a better job than he is and he gets upset? He's right there. I've never had an audience, like that's weird. I've never had an audience like that. Like I don't know if he was gonna cheerlead me along or what the heck. So they even offered, because I was like, I don't know. I was like, no, I really don't feel comfortable. They're like, well, we can fly you out or we can come to you. And I was just like, it ain't that serious. I was like, I'm sure you can find somebody else. So yeah, that was a no for me, because like I'm not trying to do it for no audience and having some weird dude over there rubbing one out. That's just weird. That's not my thing. If you guys love it, then go for it. You guys do it. I'm just not comfortable doing that. Like having an audience watching me. Are they going to score my performance, or what are they going to do over there? All right, next question. How do you get over a really bad crush? The only person is on my mind most of the day and shows up in my dreams at night. I don't want these feelings. It's awful. Help. You'll eventually get over them, because that's what happens. You have a crush on somebody, and hopefully, I don't know if you got rejected by them or what happened. Usually it's better to get rejected, because then in your head, you're like, all right, this is not going to work out. Just move on from that. But if you really like somebody and they're available, I would say go for it. Like shoot your shot, see what happens. And if it doesn't work out, then cool. Trust me, you're going to get over it. Because I'm sure everybody's had crushes on somebody, and you have a crush on them for a little bit and then it goes away. So I would just say keep yourself distracted. Like I know he or she was saying that constantly think of them, like this and that. But that's what happens in the beginning. And it only takes a little bit of, it takes some time to get over somebody. But just hope it's not like stalker vibes. Like, I need to go see him. The meme, follow her home. She loves you. No. So just some time. All right, next question. Who's more likely to fall into love in a friends with benefits relationship, and why? This is no gender specific, because, for example, you guys get together, friends with benefits. You guys both say, hey, this is what we're here for. But one of you guys could be in the season of your life where you actually want somebody. You want somebody there. And so like when you guys start hanging out, start being intimate, then guess what? You're like, I kind of like being around this person, right? But because guys also catch feelings too, like they get intimate because they low-key want somebody. If a girl tells them, hey, I just want friends with benefits, most of the time they're gonna be like, hell yeah, just me too. Me too. He's not gonna be like, yeah, but I kind of like, I'm looking for somebody right now. I'm looking for my cinnamon apple right now. No, he's not gonna say that. He's gonna be like, yeah. That's what I wanted too. But then they start catching feelings. They want to hang out. They want to do more stuff with you. So it depends on the person, because there's some people who are just there to get theirs and then that's it. They're not looking to be serious with anybody. They're just there to hook up. Had a friend with benefits once and he caught feelings first, so I cut him off. See, and that's what as soon as it starts getting like boyfriend girlfriend vibes, cut him off. Starts like, hey, I really like you. Let's cut him off. If you're not looking for a relationship, so it really depends on the person. I'm in it in 3 years and he lives with me, share a bedroom. That sounds like you guys are in a relationship, Brenda. That doesn't sound like a friends with benefits. If he lives with you, Isn't that more of a like you guys are like a situationship? I'm just saying. I reached out to my sneaky link twice, said that he was with family. Should I reach out again and wait? That's kind of hard because if he's using the same excuse, like why doesn't he reschedule? Be like, hey, like when can you meet up? And then if he doesn't give you a date, then yeah, just start meeting up with somebody else because, or find somebody different because maybe it's a nice way of him saying that I don't want to meet up with you anymore. You know, I cut off with friends with benefits for 8 months. We spoke and said that that's all it is. You cool with it? Yeah. See, like, and that's how it should be. Like friends with benefits. You're there just for this. If somebody starts catching feelings, you gotta cut them off. Because it only gets worse. Once they start catching feelings, it gets worse and worse. Be like, why don't you want to do this? Why don't you want to do that? Hey, how are you? What's up, Dragon Butterfly? ¿Cómo estás? How are you? All right. Let me get next question. Please keep me anonymous. I have a sneaky link, and when we have S, there's this heavy energy that I feel from him. The energy feels like two rivers connecting to one big river. I didn't tell him how I felt. I just felt it. What could that be? Can he feel the same? What the heck does that mean? It's either like he made you feel some type of way, and then when you climaxed, you started feeling things that you never felt before, or you might be catching feelings for the guy. Because if it's making you feel that type of way, again, depending on some of the things that you do, you could end up finishing different. You could start feeling different feelings that you've never felt before. Okay, like trust me, it happens. It just takes the right guy to unleash those feelings. And so it could be that this is the first time you've actually felt like that, or someone has made you feel like that, and that's why you're questioning. You're like, what the fuck happened? Like I've never had that happen. It's one of the two, and that's the only way I can answer it because I don't know you guys. I don't know if you're catching feelings, like what's his vibe, what your vibe is. Just based off of the question, it kind of sounds like something great happened. Like you either had a great climax or you realize that this is your like, oh, I really connect well with this person. Like this is my guy, right? So I need more context behind that one because it could be both. All right, next question. My dirty little kink is that in the middle of my dirty little kink is in the middle of my husband effing me so good, he'll pull out his D with all the juices and stick it in my mouth. I love to taste my juices and lick it off his. Girl. Now we love, or I do, doing things like that. Your finger, pulling out the D, making sure she's tasting it, making sure she's wetting it for you. You know, like doing all that stuff. That shit is top tier. And if you haven't done it, fellas, if you haven't made a girl taste herself, then do it. What are you waiting for? Huh? Just be down there. Even if it's like with a kiss. You're going down on her, and then you go up, give her a kiss, let her know, get that beard full of all those magical juices, that protein, high source of protein. Like obviously I have to get this right now because none of y'all are right here, so this will suffice. So that definitely is a huge turn on. Not just like for me, it's a turn on for me, and it's a turn on for the guy or the girl, if that makes sense. Because most girls like it. There has been very few that don't. And I don't know if there's somebody in the chat that says like, I don't like that, but Ohana, she's a little freak. I see her. She loves it. All right, next question. If men are really, do they have trouble getting his, when they're really begging for that? That just sounds like he has issues down there. Because if he's really like turned on, ready to go, then why isn't it ready to go? Right? So I think that's more that he might be having some issues down there. And he's just telling you, yeah, I'm ready to go. Like, what the fuck is happening? Again, it could be multiple different things. But if he's having issues, like getting it going, go see the doctor. Like, that's gonna, make your guys' relationship so much better, because like if you get it, he gets it fixed, then guess what? He's back in action, ready to go. You're pleased, he's pleased, everybody's having a great time, right? Instead of just waiting for it to fix itself, like how long are you gonna wait? Is it gonna fix itself, or is he even trying to fix it? If he's not trying to fix it, then how much longer are you gonna be with this person that doesn't want to fix their thing down there, right? So I'm thinking it's more of that, because if he's really turned on, he should be able to get it going, right? All right, hold on. Next question. All right, I have a partner. However, I've been talking to someone for a couple months. I recently found out I was pregnant from my partner, and when I went to tell Sancho, instead of him being put off, he said he digs it. We hooked up after, but I need to end it with El Sancho. But how? Help. I'm talking to someone for a couple months. I recently found out I was pregnant from my partner. Okay, you're pregnant from your partner. Okay, and so you need to end it with the Sancho. Girl, well, at least you had the... Are you sure it's your partner's? Are you 100% it's not the Sancho? Like, now you're running into this problem. So, yeah, messy for sure. And I know you guys, I don't know if you guys, when you guys started following me, when you guys started like on this journey of mine with me, but I did have it's probably been like 2 years now. Yeah, it's probably been like 2 years. So almost a similar situation, but kind of different, right? So I had started talking to this girl. Everything was going great, right? We were going great. She lived 5 hours away, so it was like a little bit of a mission to go and drive to her and hang out. But I would go, right? And so we talked for a good, like, I don't even know what it was. It was like 3-4 months. And then all of a sudden, I had gone and then came back. And then she had posted something on her Snapchat. And when she posted the picture, I don't think she realized she was wearing a wedding ring, or the engagement ring. And I was like, what the fuck is that? And I screenshotted it and I zoomed in and I'm like, that looks like an engagement ring. And so I sent it to her. I was like, what is this? And she's like, well, it's complicated. And I was like, hell no. I was like, I'm out of this shit. Like, I ain't trying to be involved in none of this, like, love triangle, whatever you got going, complication thing. So I like cut it off, right? And so like I just stopped messaging her and whatever. And then like a few months later, she messages me and she's like, I'm pregnant. I'm thinking she's fucking lying. I'm like, you're lying, this and that. Like, no, you're not. She had drove to come and see me and she was like, where you at? Where you at? I never went, or I never told her where I was, because I was actually at a wedding when she was here. That's how I do remember. I was like, hopefully she doesn't fucking know I'm at a wedding. And so I didn't think anything of it. And then later on, she actually sent me a picture of her pregnant, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And then she was she had posted, or she had said she was a certain amount of weeks. I forgot, and then I went back on the calendar and I looked it up. I was like, "Fuck!" That puts it right around that time. And so, and I even told her, I was like, "Well, whose is it?" And she said, "I don't know." And that's perfect. That's something I wanted to hear, right? Like, I don't know. I think the most thing I was mainly upset about was that I was gonna lose my pullout champ title. You know what I mean? I was like, that title's gone. But anyway, like after that, she turned into the biggest, like, meanest person. Because I'm naturally like, hey, like, I wasn't gonna be like, well, piss off. But she wouldn't even tell me like, hey, I'm like, hey, are you okay? Like, what's going on? And she would just like ignore. And then finally it came down to like having the paternity test, and it wasn't mine. It wasn't mine because I actually went over there. It wasn't like, hey, it's not yours, don't worry about it. No, I actually went and we got it all done and ended up finding out it wasn't mine. So I get it. but that's like a, don't put that. I felt bad too for the guy too, because I'm pretty sure he didn't know. So imagine later on knowing that we were both hooking up on that day, or not that day, but around that time. Imagine how he would feel. I would feel a type of way if I'm with somebody and they were like, "Oh yeah, during this time I was hooking up with somebody else too." I'd be like, "What the fuck?" I would still get upset even though it was later on. But yes, Jenny, that was my point. It was a huge emotional roller coaster. I didn't think it was gonna bug me as much as it did, but it did bug me. Just because I was like fucking stressed out about that. I'm like, damn, like I'm not trying to have a kid right now. You know, like I got all this other stuff that I'm trying to do, and then it ended up not being mine, right? And I was glad. Pull out does not work. Just look. I was glad it wasn't mine. It was like a huge stress relief. But then also I did feel a type of way because you're going through all these emotions for this long of a period, and you kind of start thinking, I'm like, well, if it happens, I'm gonna like make sure I take care of like the baby, and like it was a boy. I think it was a boy. Yeah, it was a boy. I was like, oh, I'm gonna make sure like I'm gonna be there, and then I found out it's not mine, and it kind of feels kind of weird, you know what I mean? Like it kind of like, oh fuck, like I was kind of already thinking they were gonna say, yeah, it was mine, but then it wasn't. So I did go through that little phase right after that. But then after that, I was like, we back out here. We back out here, fam. So I don't know if you guys, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if you guys heard that story. I said it on a podcast, like literally probably like a month after it happened. So yeah, that I went through that shit. All right, next question. Finally hooked up with someone I had been talking for a while. He had a small D, but something that threw me off was he also had some balls. He finished, but I didn't. He made it seem like he gave me the night to remember, but he didn't. See, this is why you gotta put them in their place, though. You gotta been like, hey, I didn't finish. It wasn't that great. Right? Like, who was he bragging to? Because you know for a fact that he went to his friends and he started being like, tore that shit up, my boy. And in reality, you were just like, no. So that's why you got to be careful too. And I'm not saying it's bad that he had because guys, I understand that there's different sizes. And so some people get bigger, some people get smaller, some people right in the middle. Like, it happens. You get what you get, you know? And it sucks because there's a lot of girls who are like, oh, like, if it's not big enough, I ain't gonna be there. And then the guy's like, well, it's not my fucking fault, right? But also, don't talk a big game. You know what I mean? Don't talk a big game and then just show up and you're like, hey. And then she doesn't even finish. At least have the decency to have her finish too. Like, do whatever you got to do to make her finish. At least give her that instead of just saying, hey, maybe he was on roids. I don't think he was on. No, because I'm gonna have to phone a friend on that one. Let's see if I remember. But if that actually shrinks it, because I think don't roids shrink the little testicles? I don't think it shrinks. Again, I'm no doctor, so I don't know. Don't take my word. I'll phone a friend who's in the medical field that will let me know if that's a thing. Because that's a great question. It definitely is a great question. All right, next question. There's nothing more sad than a man showing off his disability. I have a situationship who just friend zoned me. I have decided to distance myself from him for playing me for 6 months. Now he will not leave me alone. I'm confused on what he really wants. He doesn't want you to go anywhere else, girl. He doesn't want you to go anywhere else. He wants you to stay right there while he goes and does other stuff. Or it could be an ego thing too. You know, like I remember that same 7.5 year relationship too. I didn't want to leave because I didn't want her to be with another guy. Like, it was like just the thought of her being with another guy. I was like, fuck no, right? So it could be something like that. But if he friend zoned you, be like, hey, buddy, tiger, I'm out. Like, fuck that. Like, I don't talk to all my friends like this. So Because it could be that maybe I don't know. Like, I need more information from that. But if he told you, hey, let's be friends, let's be honest, ladies. When you tell a guy, hey, let's be friends, you're saying that because you're not interested in him. Am I wrong? You guys tell a guy, hey, you're a great guy. We should just be friends. Or if you're with somebody and you're just like, hey, we should just be friends, it's because you don't want to be with them. It's an easier way to say, hey, I don't want to be with you. And so he just flipped it on you and did it to you. That's what it means. Let's not overthink it. He said he wanted to be friends. It's a nice way of saying, I don't want to be in a relationship. But if he just still breadcrumbing you, just cut him off. Just cut him off. All right, we got one more question. What can a girl do to a guy during S to be unforgettable? Shit, throw it back, girl. It just depends on what that guy has done and hasn't done, if that makes sense. Like, has he done this? Has he done that? Maybe try new things, something he hasn't done. Or if you've heard that, hey, my girl never did this, maybe try that, including lubes, like something. Because again, it totally depends on the person, and what they've been through. But I think the most important thing, I always say, is the experience. And this goes for guys and girls. The experience, meaning like, it's not about just sliding it in and then just getting yours and then just dipping out and that's it. That's not what it's all about. Like, of course that feels great and it's awesome, right? But there's more to it. There's the kissing part, the tying up part, if you're into it, the hair pulling, if you're into it, the slapping, if you're into it, like all this other stuff that you could be doing that just makes the experience a lot better afterwards, right? If you start including toys into it, there's people who love that and just make the experience even better. There's some girls who just sit there when they're on all fours, and there's some girls who throw it back too. You know what I mean? Like, there's different experiences. I'm sure some people have been with somebody who just lays or just one position and they're just like, and then that's it. And you're just like, this is fucking boring. But then somebody else can do that same position, but they also do some other stuff, the way they kiss you, the way they grab you, maybe they give you a hand necklace while they're doing that, so it's all about the experience. So as long as you just make it a great experience for it, I think that's what makes things last, like makes them memorable, unforgettable, heck yeah, F back, ladies. That's what I'm saying. Like, throw it back too. That shit's hot. And just giving a better experience overall. And guys need to be doing the same thing. It's, like I said before, it's not about just sliding it in. It's not just about that. There's other things that go into it. So, but anyways, that was the last question. This live is actually going to go up on YouTube. Thank you guys for joining. You guys are awesome. Every week, Mondays and Thursdays, I go live. When I do the questions, it's at 7 p.m. PST, or just regular live, which Thursday is going to be a regular live. So 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Come and hang out. Again, birthday, if you guys are in the area, July 12th, Salt at Westgate, which is in Phoenix, by the State Farm Arena. If you guys want to come and hang out, your boy gonna be there. We're gonna have a great time. It's gonna be a movie, And then also, if you guys want to participate in next month's July's live that we do just like this, follow me on IG. Link is in the bio. If you follow me on IG, I post it on my Scar Talks page with the link, and then I'll go and post it on my Scarface page, which is my personal page, which is kind of personal. And then I put it on there. I also share it on my TikTok live, the what's it called? Or not TikTok live, the TikTok story. I just can't link it. I'm like, hey, go to IG to ask questions. So every month we do it. Go ask a question. And then you'll be able, like, it'll show up just like this. It'll be a great time. It's always a great time. And then people in the chat are a great time. It's always fun to have you guys here. So if you guys want to participate in that, again, follow me on IG. I usually put the question thing a week before the new month. That way it gives me time to edit blur out the swear words and stuff like that. So that way TikTok doesn't take me down. So anyways, I want to thank you guys for joining. Go check out podcast episode. I'll see you guys Thursday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Don't be late. Tell your man you're going to be with your new Sancho, okay?